Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing, and I truly mean that. Today I'm going to be talking about a controversial subject, and that's live feeding. Of course, this is a cute little rat, and listen, I'm an animal lover, and so I love all animals. As a matter of fact, there was a period of time where I had a bunch of pet rats. They're super smart. The fact is that there are situations where we have to feed live. Now, you guys know I never show live feeding on a video. I don't ever enjoy it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to even tell you, I probably haven't personally watched a snake eat live in probably 15 years, to be totally honest with you. I'll throw live in. I always go back and check to make sure the snake is okay and stuff like that, but I don't want to see it, you know? As an animal lover, I don't know how anyone would actually enjoy seeing something else die, you know? That's just not something that I want to do. With that being said, there is a portion of the collection that we have no choice but to feed live, and I'm about to tell you why. The fact is that there are certain animals that really eat live better, and in particular ball pythons. During the breeding season, it's really difficult to get them to eat frozen on a consistent basis. I always talk about when it comes to breeding, calories in, production out. Now, there are places like in the UK that you're not supposed to feed live, and they feed frozen, although there are some breeders in the UK that actually breed their own rodents, but I'm not going to get into that. The fact is, if you want the best production when it comes to ball pythons in particular, if you're not feeding live, you're probably not going to get the production that you really want. And although we don't like it, I don't get any enjoyment out of it, the fact is I want the highest production I possibly can get with ball pythons, and the only way to really achieve that is to feed live to them. You guys might be surprised to know this, but when I was young, I actually had a Guyana red-tailed boa, and it only ate live food. And honestly, I almost stopped keeping snakes because of it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Literally 2 or 3 times of feeding it got me so upset that I literally almost stopped keeping reptiles. I was like, I just don't think I can do this. I love these rodents so much, and I love all animals so much. I don't know if I could do it, but the love of reptiles kept me going, and it's not like it ever dulled. I mean, I don't like it anymore now than I did when I was a kid and almost stopped keeping reptiles. But at the same time, I did come to kind of a situation where I realized that it's just kind of part of it. Because the truth is, I would rather my snake eat live than not eat at all, right? It's important that as stewards to these animals, we give them what they need. And if they need live, then we need to feed them live. That being said, the vast majority of our collection eats frozen. And if something will eat frozen, we will absolutely always feed frozen over live. And like you guys see all the time, we feed frozen to pretty much everything over here at the Reptarium. There's a couple animals we feed live, but the vast majority, 99%, like my girl Perdita here, always eats frozen. So again, I'm not advocating live. I don't think it's a good idea to feed live if your animal can eat frozen. I think there's a lot of benefits to feeding frozen over live, to be completely honest with you. The safety of the animal, not to mention just the efficacy of it and everything like that. The fact is that if your animal doesn't want to eat frozen, then you have to make a decision whether you want your animal to eat or you want your animal to maybe starve, right? So for me, I think live feeding is a necessity when it comes to reptiles, and it's something that you're going to have to consider if you decide you want to keep a pet snake, that there is a chance that you may have to feed live at some point. Or you can choose the type of snake that is very consistent with feeding on frozen. Certainly reticulated python. The vast majority of corn snakes, king snakes, milk snakes eat frozen, but when you get into something like a ball python, you know, a lot of them do eat frozen, but every now and then they will need live. So it's just something to consider and something that you have to be okay with when you decide to keep a pet snake. And guys, you know that I've told you that ball pythons can be finicky. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They can go on hunger strikes for sometimes months and even up to a year, to be totally honest with you. Honey is a perfect example. She's always eaten frozen. You know, she's never had a problem over here, but she's been off of food for the last like month and a half or 2 months. Just hasn't eaten. She looks fine. She looks completely good. I could probably throw a live rodent in there and she may eat it, but for now I'm just going to let her kind of go for a little bit. But again, I'm not breeding Honey, so it's okay for her to go some time. As long as she looks healthy, I'm not stressed out about it. But if I were breeding an animal, you have to have those calories in. So unfortunately, today is a day that we do have to feed the ball pythons in the dungeon, and unfortunately we do have to feed the live to them. Again, I'm not going to show you feeding it live. I'm not going to have it on camera, but I do have to go do it. So what do you say we head over there, and maybe we'll just do a quick time lapse where you see how much work it actually is. So again, we have to feed all these females, the ones that don't eat frozen, we have to feed live to, which is a big portion of them this time of year. For whatever reason, during the summertime, a lot of them will eat frozen, but then when we get into, say, October, November, they typically go off. So it's really important to give them live food at that point. So yeah, so we'll go ahead, we'll feed these guys. Again, I'm not gonna show on film, but you can kind of get the idea how long it takes. It's probably gonna take me an hour and a half to get through and do this the right way. And it's not just ball pythons that sometimes need to eat live to get going. If you remember correctly, Verde, my girl here, actually wouldn't eat anything but live baby chicks. And that was really tough. I mean, I love rats and I love mice, but you know, again, we feed them to snakes an awful lot. To feed a live little chicken to Verde was so difficult for me. Thankfully, she only did it for maybe 5 or 6 meals, and then she switched over to rats, which was absolutely amazing. And now she crushes frozen thawed rats every single week. So again, sometimes you have to get them started, and it goes back to what I was saying. I'd rather my snakes eat and be healthy than be stubborn and say I'm not going to feed live and have them kind of wither away. You know what I mean? Again, there's a fine line. I'm not saying as soon as your snake doesn't eat, throw live in with it by any stretch. I'm just saying that sometimes you do need that little kick just to get them going. You know, I always talk to you guys about the fact that we're learning. You know, we've been open for a little over 2 years, but you know, there's still all kinds of things that we're kind of epiphanies that we're making, like, you know, we should have done this differently, or maybe we should do this, and we can always change, right? You guys remember we actually moved the chameleon cages a little bit so that this cage is up, and this way these cages are down here, because before these cages here were way up top here, and obviously even when you stood on the rock like here, you know, it was hard to see up into them, especially if you were a kid, right? So we moved them down so that it could work in that way, right? Well, we're gonna do the exact same thing with these enclosures over here, and I'm pretty excited about it. Obviously, we have our frog, we have Flamin' Hot, we have the Ackies. This is an empty cage here, but again, these cages up here are tough. Even with the Ackie, the little dwarf monitor that gets on the rocks a lot, we don't see them very often, and people really don't get much excitement out of this because it's way up top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these 4 cages, and we're gonna make 2 cages that are tall like this, right? So these 2 cages will combine into one big cage here and another big cage here. And I don't know, we'll maybe put tree monitors or something, obviously a boreal that can climb up. So if you guys have any ideas what you think that would be good in an enclosure this big, let me know down in the comments, because I want to put something really cool. We're gonna have 2 cages like this. So it's probably gonna take us 2 or 3 weeks to get the enclosures built and actually figured out and stuff like that. But it's just, again, just little changes like that that I think will make the place even better, because this is kind of what I consider dead space. You know, no one's really ever enjoying it, so why not combine it into something that people will actually get some enjoyment out of? So again, always making changes and always making improvements. As you can see, we are open to the public here tonight at the Reptarium, so we got a bunch of people in. Tonight is the first night that we actually have Drogo the sloth experiences, so I'm looking forward to the first person that's going to get into it, Drogo. It's going to be absolutely amazing, but in the meantime, we're just going to play around with a bunch of reptiles. Look at my buddy here came in for out of town, so he's actually he's sporting the free hugs, the mask. I appreciate you, man. You gonna have a good time tonight? All right, cool. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, guys. And guys, this is what I live for right here. This type of an experience, seeing kids hold snakes and stuff like that. And look at how excited they are. That is absolutely amazing. I'm excited about a Drogo experience. Sell a Drogo experience. I want to see people going with Drogo for the first time. Let's just, so get on that, all right, please, thank you. In the meantime, I'm gonna go take a look real quick. I want to see how he's doing over here. And again, this is so cool that people can actually look at him here. He's over in his bed right now, just hanging out over here. Earlier, he was right up here at the front. So he loves the kind of clear glass now to see how it does. He's like curious about us. So I'm sure in no time we're gonna do our first sloth experience. It's pretty awesome. Guys, I tell you what, all my issues in life always melt away when I'm around people at the Reptarium. You know, when I can just see everyone just having such a good time, seeing the animals. You know I can't see smiles on people's faces, but you can see their eyes are smiling. It's the best thing in the world, guys. I mean, it's probably my happiest time of the week is just right now. I mean, I am brimming with excitement and happiness. I feel so lucky that people support this place and that it's so magical. You guys are not going to believe this, but this is, of course, Elvis, and your name is Presley.
Yeah.
So Elvis Presley, they finally met. I mean, Elvis is really still alive. He really is. Elvis, we found him.
Actually, what? She's not even going to move.
Oh, she's so friendly.
Good job.
Good job. Way to go. Guess what, guys? We actually just had our first people that are going to do a sloth experience here at the Reptarium with Drogo. So I'm super excited. We're going to go in and actually do it right now. This is what we've been waiting for almost 4 months.
Hi guys. He's right here. I'll just have you guys come all the way in so we can switch the doors. So go ahead, go that way. Good job. He's right up here. You guys just walked right under him.
Walked right past him. It's all right. So we have a sloth experience. You guys can come right over here. Come on right over. You guys can take pictures of him and get close to him if you want. He's not going to do anything. He's just moving around. Hey, Drogo. Of course, getting a little bit of a treat. That's a little sweet potato. So what do you guys think? You want to come over here? You can get a picture from this way if you want. Get close to him.
Guys, look open.
What are you doing, silly?
I think he's got stuck on his tooth.
He got stuck on his tooth?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys get under here, right under here?
Go underneath them, okay?
Yep, right underneath them.
Press, look at me.
Here, look this way.
Sawyer, look at me. Here. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He's like, no way, that last sweet potato.
Yeah, he's like, that one got stuck in my tooth.
So what do you guys think? You like the sloth?
Yeah.
Is he cool?
Yeah.
It's awesome, huh? And he's out just kind of cruising around right now. Hi, Drogo. Hi, baby boy.
How old is he?
He turned 4 years 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah.
Yep, 4 years old. These guys will live about 30 years.
Wow.
So he's still a youngster.
Oh, no.
And he's just saying, hi. Hi, guys. So it's awesome. So you guys excited that you got a chance to meet my Drogo? Awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys so much.
Hey, thanks for letting us.
My pleasure. It's awesome. Hey, Drogo. Hey, baby boy. Hi, baby. How you doing, sweetheart? You doing good, baby? You doing good? Hi, sweetie. I know you want to come out and play, right? Like, can I go outside now with everybody else? And we are closed here at the Reptarium. It was amazing to see Drogo getting some interactions for the very first time. It's going to be absolutely incredible. And again, you know, the controversial topic, I hope that you guys understand about the live feeding thing. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Here is a playlist. You can just watch 1 or 2 videos. It helps me tremendously. Please click on those if you don't mind. Up here, you can actually subscribe to my podcast channel. On this side, we are getting so close to 3 million. Hit that subscription button. Turn those post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.